Hi, Stuart. Here.
Hi,
Welcome.
thank you.
First of all, how you did find a team in this difficult moment, and then what made you accept this tough challenge?
Well, the team at the moment, when I look at the training, I look at their attitude. It's very, very good. I'm very pleased. In the situation that we're in, it's very difficult for them to reproduce that with so much tension. That's my job, to try to get them to play with less fear, despite a very difficult situation. But the players are working very hard, so I'm very pleased. In terms of taking the job, I was working with the Swedish Football Association, and I've always preferred to work every day with a team on the grass than work with a team every 3 months. So my opinion of Boavista is I see it as being a big club that are going through difficult times, and I was prepared to take the chance to work with a big club and do my best to save them from a fate that they do not want. But I must say everybody at the club since I arrived has been very, very focused on it's here and now. Yeah, we do this. Maybe we've made mistakes, maybe that we don't know what the future holds, but it's here and now, and that's how I'm looking at it.
Hello, Mr. Baxter, and welcome to Portuguese football.
Thank you.
What message did you give to the players in order to reverse this very difficult situation Boavista is in?
Usually what is said in the dressing room should stay in the dressing room, but I understand your question. You know, I came here, we have 5 games, and I don't have time to gradually convince the players that they can get out of this situation. So we have to do things that will affect the results now. That's not easy, but I have to stay focused and not try to affect 20 things, only maybe 3, and that has to have an effect. I can change tactically, I can change personnel, I can change, I hope, the mentality. But that's what you can do. But I have no patent, I have no special secret that will solve it. But I'm optimistic that if the players can reproduce what they do in training, then we have a chance.
Hello, Mr. Welcome. Before signing, did you know anything about football Portuguese and Boavista?
Portugal is a very interesting league. You know, the Portuguese league, when I was with bigger clubs, is obviously a market. The Portuguese league, when I've worked with Portuguese players, has always been an interesting place where we produce good players. Portugal produces good players, always has. My very first game for the England under-19s was against Portugal, with Cristiano and Nani and Quaresma, and fantastic team. So I've always had an interest in Portuguese football, and I was a short 3 months with Malcolm Allison in Stuart. So also I got to see and smell a little bit of the Portuguese mentality, and I thought that was interesting.
Good morning, Mr. Stuart. Welcome once again.
Thank you.
you have in mind 5 games, but are you aware that perhaps the next game in Faro is the mission impossible because it may be all lost in this game? Or nothing?
Well, I think whenever you have an important game, the most important thing is to not let your emotions control you. The most important thing is that you approach the game and can reproduce your best. We actually play in a sport where my job can hang on hit the post and go in the goal, or hit the post and come out. And we know that. But the more we worry about that, the less chance we have of winning the game. So I will be asking the players, take away all thoughts of what if, and just concentrate on here and now, my next pass, my next shot, my next tackle. Stay focused, work hard, and let me take the responsibility for the result, win, lose or draw. So yeah, I'm aware of it, but it's not going to be anything I'm going to be thinking about.
Mais uma questão? Não? Obrigado.
How can I say this? Don't get me wrong, but your age is not usual for a coach to be in front of a...
You mean so good looking and so fit? Okay, yeah.
Everything that brings in. It was the mission of I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
To accept this challenge in Portugal?
Yeah. As a coach, well, if you're sitting here, if this is a job that I take at this time in my career, you know, I'm the only coach in the world that has won 2 titles on 3 different continents with 2 different clubs. I don't want to get relegated. I don't want that on my CV, especially now. So I didn't take the job because it's just nice to be in Porto. Thank you. No, I took the job because Boavista is a big club. The Portuguese league is interesting. And I know, because I'm an experienced coach, never say never. And so I'll be thinking about all those things. And I think the club understands that this is a job that I am going to put my heart into. And probably the result, whatever it will be, then we can all look at ourselves in the mirror and say, we gave it everything. And that's my attitude as well. I will give this job everything.
Once more, because you're going to play against a team that is in the same situation.
Yes.
It's a game of all or nothing for them. Have you seen Conferência, or have you think a different thing to beat them, strategic, or is it going to be only emotional?
No. We have to have a game plan that we think is going to get us the 3 points. We don't go to Conferência and hope. We go to Conferência and believe. And I'm sure they will think exactly the same. And it will be an emotional game, I'm sure, because both teams are in this situation. And probably the team that can control the emotions and play their best football will win the game. So I think we know the rules of the game. And now it's about accepting those rules and still performing.
Está?
Thank you. Obrigado.